Faith, and I wanted to talk to you about some of the resources that I've pulled together for COVID-19. You can get these resources by going to episcopal.me/covid19.html. And there you'll find a few different resources. The first I want to talk about are these CDC resources. The CDC has developed plans for pandemic planning and community strategies for influenza. And these resources will give you a better context about how communities can protect themselves and manage themselves during a potential pandemic. Additionally, the CDC has specific resources for faith-based communities, and this resource is for the N1H1 flu back from 2009. However, not all, but most of the information in this is very applicable to today's COVID-19. And in this toolkit, you'll find resources, fact sheets, posters, templates, and emails to help with the communication about this, specifically for faith-based organizations. So there's some good resources there, and then lastly, this link will just take you to the generic information and the updates for COVID-19, and I would anticipate that we'll find more faith-based and community-based resources on this link in the coming days and weeks. Now, that's just resources from the CDC, but I wanted to let you know about two resources that are already pre-configured for your parish to help in remote services and helping manage your community remotely. And two of the most important features there are the pre-configured broadcasting of live video onto your website, and also using SMS and text messages to push out messages to your parishioners so that they can be aware of the latest breaking resources and information that you have available at your parish. So the first thing I'm going to do in this video is walk through broadcasting live video to your website. So to get started doing that, you want to go to studio.youtube.com. And when you get to that location, you'll see right here a little button that says Create, and then you can click on Go Live. So this is demonstrating a live video. So it's going to want to have access to your camera and microphone, and you'll need to allow that. And then we'll need to create a title. So here I'm just going to say sample broadcast for a church. And we'll make it public. We're not going to schedule it for later. We're just going to go ahead and get it going, but you could do that. We're going to say, no, it's not made for kids. That really just means if the content is specifically designed for children, like cartoons or something like that. So you can just leave it no. And then when we click next, it's going to go ahead and start creating that thumbnail based on the camera that we've got configured. So we could retake the thumbnail, or we could upload a custom thumbnail. Now I'm going to go ahead and click Go Live, and when I do that, we're going to start the broadcast. So here it's communicating to me that we're live. There's a little chat window up here, and you'll see this little share link right down here. This is the link that we're going to want to click on, and then we're going to want to click the embed link. Now that's going to give us this little content here, and we can just click copy. All right, so now that we've got that embed link, I'm going to show how this works at the Episcopal Diocese of Alabama. They're kind enough to let us use this for a little quick testing. And what we know is that that URL for that is digitalfaith/live. So you'll go to your website address /digitalfaith/live, and there you'll see the pre-configured live broadcasting. Now you'll notice that even though we're broadcasting live here, that's not showing up on our website live. And so that's there to help you manage the time and configure the system. So basically we want to log into our website, and I've done that right here. And once we're logged in, we're going to click on Site-Wide Features. And then we're going to click on the Video tab. Now under that you'll see Activate Live Stream Now. That's not checked. So here, this is an older broadcast, so I'm going to remove that headline, and I'm just going to say Sample Broadcast. And I'm not going to put a screensaver URL, but I am going to paste in that video code that I got right here. So we're pasting that here, and then here we're just going to say, let's just say, stay tuned for now, just for this test. And now I'm going to click Update, and when I do that, we can come back over to this URL, and remember we want to refresh that, and now we see that the title is there, and here if you wanted to put more content or resources, maybe a link to the PDF that is the worship bulletin, or perhaps other resources that you might want to associate with the live broadcast. All right, so now we know we've got this all set up, and let's say now the time comes around for us to go ahead and go live. It's time. We want to make the broadcast live. We simply click Activate Now, and then scroll down here and click Update, and then we can come back over. Now if someone visits this site or refreshes this page, they'll see this is happening. Now this is that little screenshot we took, and obviously this isn't the screenshot that we would want, but when I click play, we're now going to see the live broadcast. So that's as complicated as getting the live broadcast is. So now I'm just going to stop that, and I'm going to just come back in here and go back to video, and I'm going to uncheck that sample. I'm going to remove. I'm going to pull that video codec out, and I'm just going to clear all of this out so that now that that broadcast is complete, we can go back to the live site. And if I come back over to, whoops, let's try going this way, Digital Faith Live. Now when someone visits that page and where that page is refreshed, we see we're back to off air. All right, so that is getting your broadcast set up and streaming. It's really pretty straightforward. And if you would like to have some help doing that, you can just simply click on this phone support button here or on the tutorials button. And if you do tutorials and search for live, you'll see live video streaming, and you can watch this video tutorial on how to get that configured. Great. Now the other thing I wanted to show you and just remind you of is SMS notifications. So for that, I'm going to go to, let's go to St. Matt's, Austin, and take a look at how they've got that configured. So when we come out to St. Matt's, let's just give it a second here. We're going to go ahead and scroll down and log in. And once we get into the management system, we're going to go to their site. And again, we're going to click on Site-Wide Features. And here, if we click on Social, we're going to see that they have an SMS number configured, and anytime they create a news article, an SMS message will be sent with a link to that news story. So it's as simple as that. You simply contact our office by clicking on the Get Help, and you put in your email address, and you say SMS messages, and then be sure to include your website so that I know which parish we're talking about. So in this example, that would be St. Matt's, and then please get me set up with an SMS number. And that's it. You click submit and we'll get you configured. What that will allow is that whenever you create an article, and I'm just going to show you, you've seen this before, you may see this checkbox that says notify SMS. Well, by default, this is checked, and all you have to do is leave that box checked, and when you create that news article, everyone who has subscribed to your SMS number will be set up and configured to receive those notifications. So here we see the number, and then also it's got a pre-configured chatbot, so you can create keywords that when people send a message to your number, that you respond with information for them. Okay, so there are two great ways to support your community when they are not in your congregation. And one way is to use the pre-configured broadcast live video. And another way is to connect SMS messages with your website. So when someone texts your SMS number, your website replies, or when you create a news article or an event, your website sends an SMS message out to the subscribers of your number, letting them know there's a new article or a new event that they can check out. Again, these are just some of the resources that are available to help you, that are all pre-configured in the digital faith system, and we're standing by to help with tutorials or phone support or trouble tickets, help tickets, to help you navigate this time. Anyways, thanks, and we'll look forward to working with you more on this.